Well, welcome back. Cindy Dole here, Home Wizards, your radio home for all things home, garden, and life improvement. We are live at a great place in Las Vegas, baby. It's called the K-Biz Kitchen and Bath Show, the biggest really on the planet, where designers and architects and contractors and brands of all kinds get together and talk about how we can have better kitchens and baths. And so this is really showing the most innovative things, the new technologies, the new ways to be green. And so we love to pick the brains of the folks who are here. Eric Stromer, my friend and contractor, and guy you see on TV and AOL as well, to kind of share all that and help you get smarter. So,
That's
Eric,
it.
fun to have you.
And thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I love being here. It's amazing to see what the potentials are for the 2011 season here.
It's feeling positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
it feels like the economy's kind of switching around a little bit, doesn't it?
It feels it, you know.
Yeah, there's some hope here.
We'll see what our friend from DuPont feels about that. Pat Hightower, National Account Manager. Good to have you here, Pat Hightower.
Very glad to be here and appreciate you taking a little opportunity to visit with me.
Absolutely. And you say you have a little radio background.
I do. I did a little sports radio commentary back in the late, I forgot.
Can you give us a little something?
Yeah, we've got the home team of the Ole Miss Rebels. We're playing LSU Cajun Tigers.
See, you haven't lost your touch.
Yeah,
Isn't that fun?
absolutely. He's got it. He's golden.
So, Pat, you can help us get smart on countertops. But beyond that, this surface that can be used in so many ways. Before we get into what's new with your new lines, what is it about the homeowner right now? What are the methods and the things that we want on our wish list for our kitchen and bathroom countertop? What's going through our minds?
Well, I think that as people look for countertops, they're trying to make economical decisions because we've all been stressed by the economical times in the last few years. So we're looking for ways to save money, but we're also looking at ways that we can have design and do things in design, be it just little things around edge details or bringing in colors that we're comfortable with. And so we're trying to be basic, but yet still get what we want in our kitchen.
To have a little bit of a pampered feeling, right? To not sacrifice everything.
Right. And then there's a little bit of a trend out there to where there's people that have really kind of put a hold on their pocketbook the last 5 years.
Yeah.
And so now they're saying, okay, we think the bottom is hit, so they either want to, remodel what they're living in now for them to enjoy in the future, or they're saying, now maybe it's time for us to make a move to a larger home. Family has grown, kids have gotten older, so they'll do a mini makeover of the existing house, then they'll go buy a new house, and then they'll actually do a more elaborate makeover. So they're doing as we call it, they're doubling down on their kitchen remodels.
Double down, and wait, in Vegas, perfect. Double down.
So do you guys actually research trends in terms of like this new idea where older generations are moving in with the kids and stuff like that?
This next gen thing.
It's the next gen thing, yeah. Are you looking at that stuff as well?
Absolutely. We get with DuPont being such a large company, we access a lot of trend analysis. We try to understand what we call about mega trends, but you do see, we call them multi-family domiciles that are starting to pop up. And they could be
multi-family
domiciles.
Homes.
Yeah. So it could be anything from people of our generation. Okay, we've got, we can double down on two groups. We can either have our parents move back in with us, or we may have our kids move back in with us.
Oh, no, that's not happening here, Pat. Oh, no.
I think you're giving Eric the heebie-jeebies.
With four daughters and four potential husbands, that'd have to be a big house. So we need to get you back on TV to make some more money.
There you go.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
But so what can happen is, but in all seriousness, when the kids come home, it could be that they come back with a short-term vision to say, Mom, Dad, we want to move in for 6 months so we can save money to go buy our house, because financing is going back to traditional financing. You've got to have 20% down payment. You've got to be able to put 20% into the remodel, whatever you may be doing. So cash is king, and to get financing or whatever, you have to have that. So they may come live with you for 6 months to save money to have that real traditional mortgage that they can afford.
And then, so in terms of your countertop stuff, what are you loving this year?
Well, I tell you, one of the things that we're seeing is consumers are still using. They're trying to introduce color in their countertops. They're trying to, as we say, spice things up. The theme of our booth this year is sugar and spice. So the sugar part is we're seeing a big return to white, bright whites everywhere. A lot of that is coming from Europe. We see that on both coastlines, a lot of it in South Florida as it moves in. So the all-white kitchen, a little bit of a micro influence on that is the healthcare, the clean environment that comes in as people try to bring that in. But then we're also seeing people have a little fun, and they're spicing their kitchens up with a little bit of color. And it could be a little bit of salt and pepper aesthetic. We use spice, so it literally, if you can kind of close your eyes, think about all the beautiful colors that you see in Asian spices, and pepper those with a white background on a white tablecloth like we have in front of us. Those are kind of the aesthetics that we're starting to see. So it could be this cayenne pepper red, or this nutmeg, or
curry, or whatever.
Absolutely.
You can taste it almost.
Absolutely.
Jeez, every time he talks about it, I'm starving again.
I know. So what is it that's making us want? Well, you mentioned Europe driving the whole white thing, because we did the real bright kitchen, and my kitchen is bright orange, terracotta orange. So I need to go back to the spice, it sounds like. But besides maybe the economy, or what else in Europe, what is driving us to want that as a consumer?
Well, we're spending more time at home than we have before. So we want aesthetics, not only just in countertops, but we also want it in our cabinets. We also want it in our flooring. We also want it in our wall color paints. So we want colors that make us feel comfortable. And we laugh about it, but if you think about going on vacation and some of the areas that you like to go, be it to the beach or go to the mountains or have a big bonfire, and then take those aesthetics, not necessarily the picture, but the colors, and try to bring those back into your home. They're soothing, they're relaxing to you. And so we try to create those similar aesthetics, not only in our products, but you see it in flooring as well. But you may see like a sand dune. Well, if we can create that aesthetic look in a countertop, it's going to relax you, and you're going to feel more comfortable at home.
Yeah.
So that's where our private collection comes from, where we've introduced a lot of complexity, a lot of movement, and then we also bring in the functionality of Corian, where it's repairable and durable and all these kind of things. So the consumers are pleased with the performance, but they also really like the new aesthetics that we see.
And also, when I think of spice in any kind of decor, it makes me think of travel. Is that part of it too?
Well, it's vacation. It's getting away. It's most of the time people put salt and pepper, but if you think about it, if you want to create a really unique experience in food, you'll use different spices.
Sure.
So that's where
open up your world.
Yeah, spice things up really means you're going to do something challenging, something a little different than what you've done. Be it you're spicing up your kitchen design, you're spicing up your food, or you're spicing up your drink, and you get a
talk
wah-wah.
about. I mean, you've got some funky
these
spice
are really
things.
really interesting.
These are little demos of your Corian. Tell us what you got.
And that's the salt and pepper.
Yeah. Well, actually, this is hazelnut.
Okay.
She actually has the crushed pepper.
Okay.
So I brought both products. We at DuPont, we have two products. We have Corian, which is soft, warm to the touch, it's repairable, and then we have Zodiak that is made of quartz. It's like a stone product.
Yeah.
So both of those aesthetics are driving design in both Zodiak and Corian.
And I see what you mean by the veining. I mean, it looks really detailed.
Yeah, because I remember the old Corian from a few years ago didn't have this
Very
much
flat.
rich detail. This really looks like almost
straight
like
from,
stone.
Yeah, straight from the quarry, you know?
Absolutely. And so is that a visibility that you could see on the beach?
Absolutely. Yeah, it looks natural.
It has grays and whites and a little bit of black in there, and speckles of brown.
And I used to love installing this stuff because if you scratch it on an installation, you can sand it out. That was such a huge thing for me to
absolutely
be able to repair so easily.
Yeah, so one of them is more of a, well, I guess they're both soft to touch.
Right. But the hazelnut that you're looking at, we have thyme, so it's the aesthetics of the background. So we have a beige, we have neutrals, we have whites, we have greens, we have yellows. So you can go to any one of the Home Depot or Lowe's, or you can go to your local kitchen and bath dealer, ask for the Corian Private Collection, and you can see some of these beautiful aesthetics. And so while this allows the repairability for, as I jokingly say, if one of his $4 or $3 rather takes a magic marker, premonition there.
There you go.
If one of his daughters were to take a magic marker and put Corian is repairable, so it can be fixed.
Yeah.
Where on the Zodiac side, if you want that same aesthetic with movement like the Italian marbles, but with the functionality of something that you don't have to seal, you've got that capability. So the aesthetics are being driven to both products, but both products have a little different air to them.
And what's the price point?
The price points, all premium countertops are all over the board. We all have to compete with each other. It can range anywhere, if you know, and I'll just use a home center price,
Sure.
but you could see solid surface starting in the mid-30s, going all the way up to maybe the high 60s.
Okay.
And then on the engineered stone side or Zodiac side, the entry-level price point is not quite as low, but they would still top out around the mid-60s.
You know, I've seen
very
it. I
affordable.
saw this in the Martha Stewart home,
Yeah.
and it was in a shower. That was kind of a cool,
Yeah, that we
cool
saw that
application for this stuff, right?
Back in Florida.
No
yeah.
seams.
Yeah.
Yeah, and bringing up Martha Stewart, we're really excited to where with Home Depot we have launched a Martha Stewart collection that she actually came in, worked with us to design some movement and some aesthetics specifically for that, which is very cool. But using solid surface for shower walls really can help the consumer from a cleanability, from a maintenance standpoint. That, you know, it can be cleaned with soap and water, so you don't have to use a lot of chemicals and stuff. So
And I love the look of just that one piece.
it's
you
a
know?
nice, clean look.
Hey, what's your website so people can check you out?
Well, you can go to Corian.com or you
Uh-huh.
can go to DuPont.com. We'd like to send you to Corian.com, but you can also find us through that beautiful thing somebody invented, social media. So you can go to Facebook and find Corian at Home. Absolutely.
Well, and we'll friend you.
We need it. Can we? We'll do both.
We'll do it. Okay, thank you so much. Pat Hightower with DuPont. That was fun, wasn't it, Eric?
Yes, I love that.
All right, well, coming up next, we have more great things to talk about. We're going to talk with one of the guys who's in charge of putting on this great big show known as KBIZ, and we're going to find out more of the trends that are driving us as a consumer, as designers, as builders to make our homes just better and more livable. So you're listening to Home Wizards. Cindy Dole here with Eric Stromer. The fun continues right after this.